Now we need to get Len to go over.
Len said he was calling in, so. You want me to hang up? You did. Okay. Can you hear me on the call?
Yep, I can hear you just fine. There we go. We got Len. All right.
All right. Success. All right. That wasn't so hard.
And we just lost Len.
Hi, Len. How'd we lose him?
I don't know. I'm not the magic fairy that can read screens. Okay, we got him back there. Now we need to get him back. Okay, Len, you got to click the speaker part and click on speaker. He was there. Now he's back to listening. All right.
He did something he didn't need to?
Yeah. So what Len did is he went from speaker, he bopped out, and he came back, and now he's only a listener. We need to get him back to speaker. We celebrated too soon.
Should I call him?
Yes.
Okie doke.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, it's us. Go ahead, Mary.
So,
Hi, Mary.
hi, sir. So you were as speaker, and then you bounced out, and you came back, and you're back to listener. So you have to do whatever you did before and click on the speaker link.
Well, I'll try that again, but that's what I clicked on that.
Just once.
I'll go back and try it again if I don't lose you. Oh, dear.
Okay, it's okay, Len.
It's all good. Like I told you, we got plan B, C, and D already planned out. You know me, I'm linear thinking. I'm planning 5 steps ahead of y'all.
Len, I think you're on.
There, we got you.
Len, you're here.
All right.
Len?
We just lost him again.
Oh, Len. I don't know why he thinks he doesn't have to do anything.
This is why I start the show 10 minutes early.
Yes.
Perfect, Glenn. Perfect.
Hello again,
Perfect.
Mara.
Don't touch anything. Think like an Air Force person. Don't do anything.
Hello.
You're on. We hear you. Len, you're okay. Talk.
We just lost him.
Oh. You call him.
All right. All right.
on the television.
We
Hi, Len.
don't touch anything.
Okay.
All right, we got it.
Hi, Len Kaine.
Hello, Mary, and hello, Ron.
Well, good morning, good afternoon from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Good morning, sir. So, yeah, ready to have fun? I have a voice again. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Like
this
kid
is
in
the
the candy
best.
store.
This is the best you've spoken in months.
I know. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Len's theme song, and then we'll go into the show.
Hi, Mary, and hello, Ron.
Welcome to Unveiling Valor, Captain Len Kaine's journey from naval hero to humanitarian luminary with your host Captain Len Kaine and President of the Hope Collection Ron Clayton. We would like to thank our sponsors, extend our deepest gratitude to the Hope Collection and Joel and Ardith Griffing for their unwavering support in making a positive impact on our community. Our generosity empowers us to reach further, dream bigger, and extend a helping hand to those in need.
Well, welcome everybody to the Friday edition of. There you go. I think we hit the West Coast, did we?
We hit the West Coast. Sorry, that was my fault. My computer had an issue. All right, and we can hear you just fine. Just need to talk. Go ahead, Ron.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Friday edition, the end of February, the month of love here in America. And it's an exciting week. We welcome Captain Len Kaine, the famous Top Gun, the 5-time nominee for a Nobel Peace Prize, the winner, our hometown hero, that every Friday we get the chance to chat together, learn about great things that are going on, things that Len is, from a young man, committed his life to be an example and a leader. And he is still in the pilot. He's still a pilot. He's still flying around. Is at a high altitude today. And we so welcome him. Thank you, Len. Go ahead, just talk.
And we lost him. Oh. We lost Len for a minute there. Len is overthinking what he needs to do. That is problem. I expect a phone call in a minute.
Hi, Len Kaine.
Hi, it's not working. I've did everything that Mary told me to do.
Well, she's still on the call. Let her talk to you. Listen to what she says. Go ahead, Mary.
Len, we could hear you just fine. What, could you not hear us?
Hi, Mary. I did everything you said, and my voice is just not coming through.
Huh.
It's not on right now at all.
That's the same thing that happened last week when Ron called me on my home phone here that I'm on right now.
Well, just stay on there for today.
And we will set up a meeting with your tech guy next week, and me and him will sit down and set it up for you.
What was that again, Mary?
I said next week we'll set up a meeting with you and your tech guy so that I can walk him through it. He can show you how to do it, and it'll all be set up and working perfectly for next Friday.
Okay, I'll do whatever you say, and I'm sorry, but it doesn't work.
Hey, it's how
When Ron called me last week, he let me come in, so I was on the show all day, all the time.
You are right now, Rick. Len, you're on the show right now.
So I'm part of the show right now. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
You are cleared for takeoff, and we're ready for you to hit the wild blue yonder here. Up you go into the wild blue yonder, flying high like the Navy.
Sounds good. Well, I'll be happy to start off with all the good things that we're doing with the Golden Rule Society. We got wonderful information that just doing super from the organizations that have invited the Golden Rule Society charity to join their nationwide, they call it the Video Biomedical Sciences, and they're searching to try to find a solution for Alzheimer's. Are you still there?
Yes, we are. You keep
Okay.
talking,
I
Len.
heard people. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, who might be listening, I know that this radio show goes to
Where'd you go, Len?
Did we lose Ron again?
He's gone.
Oh, it's a Friday. It's the last day of February.
Yes, it is.
It's spring. You know, what's really cool, like Len was talking about, is how they're working on different treatment options. I'm not going to say cures, but treatment options for a lot of disorders and diseases like Alzheimer's. When it comes to the brain, there's so much unknown. It's the coolest thing in the world. It's the organ we all need to operate, to survive with, but it's the least organ that we know about how it works in our bodies. And there's been a lot of cutting edge research, but the cool part is it's not new research. They're taking off market medications and using them for other treatment options to help with Alzheimer's, with autism.
I'm trying to raise.
I was dropping the show, and then we just got cut off.
Well, we're here. Go ahead. Just keep talking, Len.
Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard to the radio show. And we do this 5 days a week. And the show goes to 97 countries. And we've been helping children, churches, and charities with the Golden Rule Society charity for the past 57 years. And I must open it up by saying, letting you know that our charity, we're not selling anything. But we've been helping, as I mentioned, children, churches, charities, nationwide, worldwide. The nice part about it is that we stress the point that we're all non-paid volunteers, and our interest is to help make it a better world. We're here to serve. And by the way, I guess I brag a little bit when I say I've only got 5 nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize. And in 2024, they said I was number 2 in the world. And jokingly, I get it with the nose. People from the Nobel organization saying, I don't want to be number 2 anywhere. I want to be number 1, for crying out loud. Because we're busy doing the work of the Lord. And again, we're not selling anything. But we tell people that busy doing the work of the Lord, He doesn't pay us or anything, but we understand His retiring program is out of this world. All in good fun, and we hope and pray that that's true. But ladies and gentlemen, all the nice things that we want to tell you about that are good for you, and we invite you to be sure that during the show, have a piece of paper and a pencil, and be ready to take some notes, because we have gifts for you. And again, I'll stress one more time, we're not selling anything. And that's the nice part about it. So, what you do is get ready to do this, because when you visit our website, you'll see all kinds of wonderful things that we offer. And one of the most popular is discounts on travel. And I'll give you an example. A friend of mine in San Diego, California, had to go on a business trip. And I mentioned it to him, he had to go to round trip to New York City on business with his wife. And I'll just use this as an example. And they said, okay, that's going to be $1,000. And he said, well, I'm with the Golden Rule Society charity. And if you just become an affiliate with the Golden Rule Society, there's no fees, there's no meetings to go to, anything like that. You are automatically a member of the Golden Rule Society charity. And all you have to do is promise that you will live the Golden Rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. So there it is. But they cut his time from $1,000 to less than $600. So he saved more than almost $500. That's one of the most popular. But we have other gifts that are going to, I use the term, knock your socks off, because you're going to really enjoy what is available to you and yours. And the gifts that I give you are the information. You can share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your church, or your charity. Because we're here just to make a better world. And that's why we're here. So anyway, lots of nice things going on. And my friend, who's one of our senior advisors in the Golden Rule Society charity, and we have almost a dozen of them. And these senior advisors are all super duper people, very successful in life, very successful in business. And they've heard about what we're doing in the Golden Rule Society, and they've all come aboard, and they do great work by helping us make it even more better. And whenever they do something super duper, I tell them I'm going to double their salary. And they always remind me Hey, Len, 2 times nothing is still nothing. That's all in good fun. But we're all working to help you and yours and everybody else in this world. So that's the nice part about the Golden Rule Society charity. And Mr. Ron Kaine, who I'm working with right now, he is the president of the Hope Collection. And the Hope Collection is an organization, and I have to tell you about it because the gentleman who formed the Hope Collection, Mr. Ron Kaine was his name. Brilliant man, tall, handsome, wonderful personality, well educated, a doctor's degree in mathematics. And he became a senior advisor to not only 1, 2, but 3 presidents of the United States. Can you imagine what kind of a wonderful job that is that he was doing? So anyway, very successful. And one day, I got a telephone call from him. They said, Len, I've been following what you're doing with the radio shows and all that good stuff. And I said, well, he says, I'd like to volunteer to be a senior advisor in the Golden Rule Society. And it took me 1 second and a half to say, welcome aboard. And it was wonderful. Sadly, cancer got him, and he was called home to heaven by the good Lord. When Mr. Ron Kaine has taken over, and he's now the president of the Hope Collection and also a senior advisor to the Golden Rule Society. And he is a super duper man as well. So we're all on the same team. Wonderful guys. Oh, I could go on and just describe them. The point is, you're working with somebody, a group of people that are here to help. I mean, as one of the gentlemen was the senior guy at AT&T. And everybody knows about AT&T. And here he was. So he's there. We've got other guys that knock your socks off with all the wonderful things that they're doing. So I'm not trying to impress you, but I want to let you know that who is involved. And again, all non-paid. The nice part about it is that we do this. Jokingly, I tell people, because they always ask me, how much time do I spend? I said, I just only do this 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, but I get the rest of the time off. All in good fun. But whatever is necessary, we do it. Churches, charities, nationwide, worldwide. Here's one of our programs that I think is going to really impress you because you want to be a part of it. It's called the Golden Rule Society's Worldwide Kindness Campaign. And it goes like this. With kindness and love and hope in your heart for peace in the world, treat others the way you want to be treated, truthfully, with dignity and respect. And when you do that, do it with a smile. And when you do it, you're sharing the love that your God gives you with others. And that's what we ought to be doing in the world. Just being kind. Why not? Because it really works. Because this business of killing and fighting and going into war and all that sort of stuff, the metaphor is madness. That doesn't do anything to this earth that the good Lord has given us on the world, in our world. So anyway, on a lighter and a brighter note, that's what we're doing. And we're here to help. And that's why we do this radio show. We do it 5 days a week. But I've been honored to be selected as the guest speaker, I'm golden speaker, on Fridays. And here it is, the last day of February. So, by the way, just want to remind you, tomorrow starts the month of March. But I'm sure you're all aware of that. So here's the nice thing. Some of the things we're doing, and I'm going to tell you about it, because it just tugs at my heartstrings as well. When we started the program, I got to meet this gentleman. He was one of our senior advisors. Called me one day and said, Len, you got to go down to Texas in the United States and meet with this gentleman, Alexander Candelario. And I said, okay, well, what's all that about? He said, I want you guys to go down there and meet him. And he was a retired Marine, was injured in combat, and he was medically discharged, and he was going to college. And he was quite a brilliant man. So off we went, and I talked to him for a couple hours. Next thing I know, I was so impressed with what he was doing. And I said, we've got to put you into business. So he had a nickname because for the business it was called Intiva Health, INTIVA. That's an acronym for informational technology, visual, aeronautics, all those good words. Because he was showing people how to be medically and healthy. And I'm going to make this sort of a long story short. What I did was I funded his organization, created a corporation, and we started growing, started expanding in the medical industry, because that's what it focused on, helping to make people healthy, get them out of pain and suffering. And long story short, the Intiva Health program is now, a little over 3.5 years ago, Intiva Health is now the #1 organization in the world, the entire world, supporting the medical industry. The growth is absolutely exponential. As a matter of fact, my wife Ann and I, we're in California, but either this month or next month, we go over to Arizona, where the factories for the manufacturing of everything they need in the medical industry, hospitals, doctors, nurses, where we're going to raise the flag on the 3rd manufacturing plant, which, by the way, is only 5 times bigger than the other 2 plants put together. The growth is amazing. And we got to keep doing it because more and more people are being taking advantage of it. As a matter of fact, I always ask doctors and friends that I know that are in the medical industry, I said, are you familiar with Intiva Health? And most of them all said, oh yeah, I've heard about it. I said, have you visited the site? They said, well, no, they're not yet. I said, why don't you do yourself a favor and visit the site? And I say, within a couple of days, they all call me and say, Len, why didn't you tell me about this sooner? And I'm going to Intiva Health. And by the way, you also can visit it. And you can share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your church, and your family. As I told you, you can do it and hear what it is when you visit our Golden Rule Society website. Now I ask you how to have your pen or pencil or a piece of paper, and you want to write this down. It's our website. It's called www.Golden Rule Society. That's all one word, Golden Rule Society, no spaces. Dot, the letters O-R-G. It simply means we're a charitable, non-profit, tax-exempt organization nationwide, worldwide. And when you get there, what you do, you click on the Intiva Health link. And when you get there, you see all the operation attendings that the Intiva Health program has. And we keep expanding and offering more and more things all the day. So You may go there one day and you find out that it's inoperative, but what we're doing is expanding, making it better every day, not just sitting around waiting. Because my wife Ann and I, we wake up in the mornings and say, I wonder how many lives we saved yesterday. It's a nice question to ask, and a nice answer is usually more than was the other day. And when you get there, one of the items we had was, it's www.readydoc.com. You'll find it on the website. And that you got to do. Many other things we have for you. And I'll try to make it short and sweet because I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. But anyway, one of the items on our website is Hope for You. Hope. Hope for You. It's designed to help the needy people worldwide. Hope for You is simple. Success for you, which means we're educational, motivational, inspirational, character building guidance for everybody. Simply stated, success for you. How to be more successful in your life that you live. Why be arguing with people doing this? Just get along. And the other one is success in business. Why make the mistakes that have already been made? Don't waste your time or your money. Do the things that are successful. If something is bad, don't waste your time and money. Follow the good guidance. And that's what we have. And that's a nice part of it, working with the wonderful people. And I'm talking about Mr. Ron Clayton again. And Ron, I've been on for a little while, and then I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and turn it over to you for a little bit. And I'm ready to jump right back in when you're ready. Over to you, Ron.
All right. Well, thank you, Len. You know, you have taken so many times to share the story of your relationship that when you brought Intiva Health to the Hope Collection and our members and our associates and the folks that consider themselves members of the Optimize Your Life Club radio show, the certified nonprofit as we are, 501c3, the legal tax ID. What they are is organizations that do things. We don't just talk about things. Intiva Health has programs, individual programs that are available to everyone listening in on our show every day, every week. And what's so wonderful in these special programs, you may not have availability to that. For example, a lot of people go into the hospital for different things, and they go to get in, and they're what they call anesthesiologists. They're the ones that specialize that knock you out so they can do the surgeries. Well, a lot of people have allergies to a lot of the medications, and there are different ones that are available, but they don't know that until they use it. Well, Intiva has a program that you could send a DNA test, a little swab, you send it in, they do testing on it, and you get a report back. They also could do another genetic test they can test what other medicines your body is allergic to that your doctor shouldn't give you. So you get back a catalog of information that you present to your doctor, and your doctor keeps that with your file. And so whenever they need to find for sure that they're going to prescribe something for you, it's not going to harm you. And there's a lot of people that they're going to the hospital sick, and they get sicker, and it's because of the reactions to medications. So that single testing program is worth its weight in gold. Many insurance companies today are covering the cost of that test. You just have to get a hold of Intiva Health in Houston, Texas, and make those arrangements. If they don't, I believe the cost of this test is about $200.
Well worth it.
To me, it's worth it to protect your life. I don't want to die from something they're going to fix me for. And so just keep that in mind. They also have other tests that they do. And they have what's really cool in the world. They are one of the number one suppliers of certifications for doctors. Doctors go to school, they get educated. That doesn't mean they can practice. They have to get certified in states and countries. Well, guess who is the number one supplier of getting certification for every kind of specialist and doctor, nurse, or specialist that there is? And so they're world renowned for getting this done. And that's what Len was talking about. He's talked to his friends, his doctor friends, and they first don't think too much, saying Tiva Health. What's that? Well, when they find out what it could be, doctors go through incredible certifications and recertifications. And this allows them to continue and do that. And they're just known for it. And I know when during COVID, we're trying to find a cure, we're trying to find a solution to help stop it. And the one result, there were a number of them, I won't talk about the controversies, all that, but the COVID test that they did do, a vaccine they came up with, did save millions of lives. Can't deny it did. So, but to make that happen, it took 9 years to get the polio vaccine passed. Well, because of Intiva Health and its lockstep communication system, internet communication system, the doctors were able to convey billions of megabytes of information and transfer it safely, securely, and they were able to get to the conclusions, and they were able to shortcut the process. And a lot of people don't like the idea of a shortcut, but I'll tell you what, for most people that are alive today and are alive because they didn't get a vaccine, it's pretty good. So I'm just excited when Len brought the Intiva Health Company to our attention. There was no question. I know Joel jumped at the idea to be able to take and really engulf what they are, who they are, and how we work together. And they are growing like crazy. It's obvious. One of the world's, you might have heard, on TV, you see commercials for the newest way of getting different prescriptions or vitamins is through gummy bear. They say the term gummy bear. Well, Intiva Health owns the gummy bear world, the manufacturer. They produce pharmaceutical grade, organic gummy bear material that different companies that produce medicines, prescriptions for people, they deliver the material that they deliver, when you take a gummy bear and chew it and swallow it, melt it. And so it's made a significant difference. And you can't turn on the TV and not see it exposed in any given station at any given time. Within an hour, you're going to see a commercial that's promoting having whether it's something that you're getting, you get something that you want to have fiber and you want to have it delivered. There's all kinds of stuff out there. The gummy bear kinds are just really being just exploding. And companies like Whole Health, Good Food Company. How about CVS? These are just a couple of the manufacturers worldwide that have contracts exclusively with Intiva. So we're proud to talk about that. And Len Kaine brought that to us. So it's one more thing. Len Kaine has been in the cutting edge of serving his entire life. And I'm most proud of him because he's still leading. He's still serving. And he's continuously gets recognized. He's in Who's Who in America, Who's Who in the world. He's been named the Man of the Year award. He's been given outstanding achievements. He's got streets named after him in San Diego. You can't go anywhere without people don't see him. Lynn and I were there at him with Ann, and we were with Ann and him at the house a summer ago or two, and we went out to dinner. We couldn't get down off we were at the docks in Coronado. There's beautiful docks, cruise ships, beautiful and everything there, and a fancy restaurant. And we were going to eat dinner. We couldn't get into the restaurant. Every person who walked by him stopped to say, "Captain Len." They saluted him, and they just encouraged who he is, who we are, and their appreciation for knowing this man. And here we sit here today, and we just chat. It's crazy because we get to do this all the time, and we don't take it for granted. We have such appreciation. In fact, we're doing so much. You might have heard of a cruise ship line called Carnival. Carnival owns, like you might have heard of. Remember Queen Elizabeth and the Cunard line of cruise ships, and several other cruise ship lines in America and the world. Carnival Cruise owns them. They're one of the largest cruise lines in the world. And we're going to honor him, Carnival, on May 5th to the 10th. We're going to Turks and Caicos on the Freedom. How's that for we are, we're Black History Month, freedom. And we're going on to freedom, and you want to come and join us, just give us a holler, and we'll see if we can't get you on the ship. It's May 10th through the 5th through the 10th. It's a little bit away, so we might be able to get you on board the ship. If you still want to do that, call us, and we'll find a way to get you on board. In the meantime, just take advantage of knowing what Len Kaine shares with us. He did one other thing not too long ago. You hear all over the place. There's all kinds of companies and organizations and just all kinds of organizations that promote kindness. Well, Len Kaine launched the idea of kindness campaign. He launched it. I believe he can tell you. I'll let him tell you in his own words. But kindness is all about doing something nice for somebody every day. And what Len did, and then he took that a step further, working with Mary Stanley, our coordinator, communications coordinator, and a lady that is so much on the cutting edge of treating children with autism and other childhood situations. Mary has just been incredible, and they created a kids club for kindness. So I'll let them talk about that. But I got to tell you, this guy is on top of things. He's involved. And I'll tell you what, it's proud. I'm honored to call him friend and be able to, we look forward. We can't wait to see you again in just a couple months, Len.
Looking forward to it, my friend. Looking forward to it. And I'm glad you mentioned Miss Mary Stanley and her two wonderful children, her wonderful husband. And may I tell a little bit about her program?
Absolutely.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Stanley, who's one of our senior advisors, she's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She served in the military. After being released and discharged, she became a part of the Golden Rule Society charity. Wonderful talents, technology-wise, and she's the one that put together this program that we are all able to talk on the radio to. Not only we started off early with just maybe 50, 60 countries, but now we're up to 98 countries, or 97, whichever it is, but it's close enough. And that's the nice part about it. We're communicating with that many people, whoever happens to be listening, because it benefits everybody. And we encourage everybody who listens with the good news to share it with their family, friends, and neighbors, churches, and charities. Why not? Let's help make it a better world. Simple as that. But Mary Stanley, she kind of enjoyed the fact that we had this nice program, the Kindness Club, and she talked to the superintendent of the school where her children were going to, and whoever was in charge, and suggested that they start a kindness club in each of the classrooms. And they said, well, okay, as long as it doesn't interrupt with the teachings of the teachers themselves, focusing on what they're teaching. Not to interfere with that, but having the children in the class working together with a kindness club, treating each other nicely. And it makes a lot of sense. And when Mary told me about that, I said, Mary, you are incredible. Because what we want now, our goal, and we're working on it, to have a kindness club in every classroom of every school in every town and city and state in the United States, and we might as well go out to the whole world. Because why not try to help make it a better world? Instead of fighting with one another, practice the simple word of kindness. Everybody says, where does that start with you? Well, I graduated high school. I was off to the Navy. Day after graduation. Had my bag packed. I was ready to go. And my mother reminded me of something. As I was ready to walk out the door, she said, Len, remember this. Wherever you go, whatever you do, whoever you meet, be kind. Now those two words are in my heart, so are my soul and my mind. Whatever we do, be kind. I mean, you're going to be kind, do it with a smile as well. Why not? Might as well enjoy the world we're in. Thank you, Ron, for your good kindness. Thank you, Mary Stanley, for all the wonderful things you do, have done, and are doing. God bless you. And a good family. And that's the nice part about it, because ladies and gentlemen, there are many other things. And I'm going to give these opportunities to you one more time. Write it on down. Visit our website. If you're ready to copy, it's www.goldenrulesociety. All one word. goldenrulesociety.org. O-R-G. Means we're a charitable, non-profit, tax-exempt, nationwide, worldwide. And when you go there, you'll see all the opportunities, all the nice things, wonderful campaigns, the videos, because one of the things that we offer, and I love to use it because it's a video program. And again, I stress I'm not selling anything, but I use the service. And what I do is, instead of just writing letters and emails to people, I create a little video email, usually a minute, maybe two at most. And I talk to people, and they receive it, they click on it, and they see my face, they see my smile, they see my personality, and I tell them what we're doing and how we're helping others. And they know I'm not selling anything. They say, well, that's really great. Let's be a part of it. So if you'd like to use it in your business or your personalities or family or whatever, you take it. Your choice. If you want to be good, fine. Go do it. If you don't want to, that's fine too. So all those many things. And of course the hope for you, helping to make it a better world. Success for you. Kindness campaign. The wise traveler. Oh, your video emails. And we have what we call, especially in the United States, I don't know where else it is, we have a prescription discount program. And first time I found out about it, my doctor gave me a prescription. I went to the drugstore, and I knew the druggist there, and I asked him a question. I said, I'd like to ask you, are you a part of the program with the prescription discount program? And he looked both ways to make sure that the boss was looking. And he says, no, we're not. But he says, across the street, down a couple of blocks, there's a drugstore. They are part of it. And the savings are as high as 80% in that program. So all you have to do is ask. They don't advertise, obviously. So they're looking for more business. Now why not? So the next time I got a prescription, I went over there and I saved a bunch of money. Okay, fine. That's why I go nowadays. And you can do that too. And remember, and I'm very proud of this because I had 5 nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize, and number 2 in the world back in 1920 or 2024. So why not? And it's been fun being a keynote speaker here, there, and everywhere. American veterans, monuments. As a matter of fact, Mr. Ron Clayton invited me to speak up in Buffalo, New York, where his hometown is. And in the monument, the place was, it's the largest Navy station in the country. And it was kind of nice being an old Navy guy, Navy Top Gun, all that jazz. But remember this, a kindness is never wasted. And let me tell you something that just happened the other day. I got a call from 2 different organizations. And they're here in the San Diego area of California. These 2 organizations said, Len, we've been following what you're doing in the medical industry and with it. And they offered me the opportunity to be the #1 selection, the #1 man in the organization. It's a medical sciences, and their focus is on finding the cure for Alzheimer's disease and others.
Mhm.
And asked me to be the #1 guy to help out. And I, once again, took a minute or a second or so to say, I would like very much to do that, yes. So now we're getting it cranked up and getting to going, and you'll hear more about it. And I'd just love to find out one of these days that they no problem with Alzheimer's. But that's what you work on. And ladies and gentlemen, it goes on and on. So remember, visit the website, goldenrulesociety.org, and share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors, churches, and charities. And tell people about the radio show that we have here 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I'm honored and humbled to be the gentleman in charge, Bradley, the lead speaker, on the Friday show. So I'm here every Friday, and it's high noon at East Coast time in the US of A, whatever that means, wherever you are in your country. So, Ron, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and thank you for your courtesy, your kindness, your professionalism. Over to you, Ron.
Well, thank you, Len. And thanks for being on the show with us again today. You know, we're so lucky. We're finally getting some nice weather all across the country. I have another announcement today that I think is pretty important, really kind of important. President Trump signed a letter of presidential decree today. English is now, for the first time in our country, English is recognized as the official language of the United States of America. So if you're going to be an American, we do have a language, and it's called English. You can come from every corner of the world, every society, and speak all kinds of languages. But if you want to be an American, you need to learn to be an American and speak English, because that's our noted language. You can know other languages. You can be foreign country. It doesn't make you less. But if you want to become an American citizen, you should communicate in our language. And the president, in trying to get the idea again that there is something special, not just to be in America, not to just exist, eat, breathe, and drink, but to be able to move in and around our society and be a part of society, you need to speak the language. I remember one time we went on a cruise to Europe, and we were in England, and we were in Germany, and we were in France, we were in Amsterdam, Switzerland, and everywhere we went, people spoke English, and we communicated. The only place they didn't do that well was in France. And that's because the French people happen to believe that if you're going to be French, you want to communicate in French, you want to learn about the country,
Which is smart.
they want you to learn their language. And that's they continually expect it. And, you know, we as Americans can say all we want about our country. We let anybody come here and do anything they want. And or we have schools, people who are in education are forcing our teachers to teach kids in their other languages instead of teaching them English. See, the key is we're not teaching them to be Americans. We're teaching them to stay who they are from where they came. The idea is to be an American and proud. So I'm excited to be able to make that announcement today. That was a proclamation that they did yesterday, actually. So I'm very happy to say that. That doesn't mean we can't accommodate people. I'm not trying to say that. But the truth of the matter is, I remember growing up, I had friends that their parents and families came from Italy, Germany, and Czechoslovakia, Poland, and all of them were learning how to speak English.
My sister-in-law from the Philippines.
That's right. My sister-in-law, she's from the Philippines. She knows how to speak fluid. Sometimes she speaks better English than we do. And she came here, and she is a citizen, and so I'm very proud of her because she did that. And so we want people to feel good about being an American. And this, of course, gives people the opportunity to do that. By making the decree, now we're going to make it available to more people. That's called education. And that's where we want our teachers and education to be focused on, is helping people to communicate in a way that's fluid. And speak English is a great way of doing that. So I like to just sharing that today. You know, we are just fortunate. The time for the day, it's a Friday, and I know everybody on Fridays trying to get the end of the month and trying to get things done. And I want to let everybody know that we're going to wrap up the show here unless someone has something else they'd like to say. We do want to recognize this past month has also been not only Black History Month, and recognizing and honoring those people who just happen to be Black. That doesn't mean they can't. And they do things. They speak English. They learn to speak English. They're Americans. See, it's America first. That's not arrogance. That's good things. Well, we had presidents recognizing President's Day in this month also.
Your
And
birthday.
my birthday is, President's Day. I'm proud of that. I'm president of RCLC Travel Solutions Incorporated. And so I'm president that way of our business. So
But
that's,
now we're into March.
now we're into March.
Forward.
March forward. That's what we're going to do, guys. And, we got some exciting things. We'll have St. Patrick's Day where everybody becomes an Irishman for the day, and we'll celebrate that.
Especially in this neighborhood.
Yeah, we live in South Buffalo, which is where the Irish community from all over in Ireland during the potato famine in Ireland and the time in the United States when they were building the Erie Canal was built largely with manual labor from Irishmen and women. And so Buffalo was where this section of our community is where most of the people settled. In fact, we have streets. You go down through all sections of our town, all the streets are in Gaelic. And so I don't know Gaelic much, but they always have both names, so you can tell. But they have a lot of the streets have the name in Gaelic, and then you see the American version of the name. But the community they recognize we have a park and a community park and right behind our house here in Cazenovia Park. It's called. We have festivals. We have Irish festivals, and we have conferences. We have entertainment. We have entertainers come and play music. And we have artists. What I like is they have young people that are still carrying on the traditions of you're the Irish jig. Well, now you see on TV, public PBS has programs where these great master artists have learned to dance and they communicate. It was a form of communications. And so the young girls, they dress up and they get big hair. The look is they have, of course, the Scottish, Irish plaid outfits, and they dance. And I don't know how they do it because it's like you almost kill your feet.
Very intricate.
And that's really cool.
Can I jump in a minute, Ron?
Sure enough, Mary. Great.
So coming up in March is Developmental Disabilities Month. So we're going to be hosting different shows throughout the month for bringing awareness to developmental disabilities due to the DEI program elimination and a lot of the issues that have been parents struggling because funding got lost to programs. And March 17th to the 23rd is Neurodiversity Week.
Oh, good.
Oh, super. Last year in Buffalo, we had billboards on the highways all around town, and we had events on we have a local television station here that they actually host programs and to open the eyes of the people that are, open my eyes, Lord. And people are relearning what you are teaching, Mary, and how you've redeveloped, you have completely restructured how parents should bring children up so they maximize their abilities to grow their personalities and grow in terms of being. Your children were at our house and nobody could possibly have an idea. They're just, and we had 40 people and kids playing all afternoon on a hot day. We didn't have pool, we didn't have swing sets. we had a box of chalk, and the kids got along great, and they were just wonderful. And I am so proud. And you demonstrate because you've raised your children, and they're about 9 and 10, I think. And we call them a
Mm-hmm.
dynamic duo, Princess and David, and Luke Skywalker, and they come and they're just you allowed children because you learn some special ways of helping children through issues that they have, and once they learn through those things, they become. I'll use the word normal. In fact, sometimes I think they're
Better
more
than
normal than we
normal.
have normal kids.
Better than normal.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
it's abnormal. It's different.
That's Miss Linda, who's recovering from a
you know,
nasty infection. She
when
wanted
you
to
got
say,
parents that are construction workers and come from a German Irish background and ex-military, you get what you get.
All
But I
right.
gotta say, we did have a huge victory in our house. Ron, you guys have known because we've talked on the phone all the time. So my son has been in this kick that he wears the same pair of pants all the time. He takes them off to take a shower. He puts them back on. They were standing up. That's how dirty they were.
Oh
And if you
no.
wash them, he cries. It's like a full meltdown trying to get them out of the washing machine. He decided, without prompting, I was in a meeting, he's going to do laundry. He washed them.
Oh,
So the good thing is that they're now fully clean. But I had to deal with a naked boy running around my house for an hour because he would not put on a pair of pants.
Oh.
And it wouldn't be so bad, but they were clearance. So I buy a lot of stuff on clearance. So, like the day after Christmas, I go buy Christmas stuff and Christmas clothes, and the kids wear them because they
Sure.
outgrow them faster. And I'm not spending $10 for an outfit that I can get for $5 2 days later. So I can't replace them. I can't, buy a second pair.
has he tried his new T-shirt on? We got him.
It is in his drawer. You cannot touch that T-shirt. But
Oh.
Pirate T-shirt.
it's next to the sweatshirt that you bought him last year that he wears.
And then Ariana's got her quilt. That's not a quilt; it's a blanket. Her
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty
Yellow
blanket.
Kitty. Yes. Which saved me because she's got the Hello Kitty bedspread that I've been trying to get in the washing machine, but she can't. No. Now she's got the blanket, she can wash the quilt.
That's great.
Well, thank
But
you.
all of David's Lion King animals, including the antelope, are now outside in the wild in our backyard.
Oh no.
Spring is sprung.
It is sprung. It is mud. Andy has a delusion that we're going to have grass in our yard this year.
Oh boy, you're gonna have to go to one of those grass
I
places
just want
where you
the
buy
ice to
rolls
go
of grass
away.
and roll it out.
Well, thank you.
Not
Thank you,
worth it.
Mary, and to March.
So everybody have a blessed day. We'll look forward to seeing you next week, and have a great day. You can go to the Bean Pod podcast company or online.com, and you can turn around and look for the Optimized Wildlife Radio show, and you can join us. You can join us as the listener or a speaker. If you join as a speaker, you just click on speaker and just log in. The show's
And
promptly at noon.
starting next week, we will be launching a brand new social media platform, and we will be on there as well, that you can listen to the show live there as well.
Wonderful.
That's super.
We have more information on Monday.
We
So
will.
it's gonna
I'm
be
working
a
on
great
setting it
week,
up.
everybody. Have a great day and God bless.
A great week and a great month ahead. God bless everybody.
Bye now.
Bye-bye for now.
Hi.
Bye.